Yeah, bitch. How's everybody doing? Error. Error. Committing another error. Another show. Is Chelsea mad at him? Nobody to talk with? Chelsea is asleep. Chelsea cannot stay awake. I happen to be a night person. She's really not. Pretty much as soon as it turns dark outside, she's like, well, shutdown mode. So, that's a thing. TJ is the new ideology guy. Oh, yeah. Don't see Paul up on here, do you? Nope. Paul's too much of a coward to face you. But I'm not. You said you wouldn't post that video about that woman who hated Bernie. What made you change your mind? I don't know. I just thought it was too good not to post. You know? I mean, if I get in trouble for it, I'll take it down, whatever. But, I mean, what she had to say is just so dumb that, I don't know. I feel like it had to be refuted in a public way. I mean, I just felt like, you know, I don't know. There's just no way. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. One of the dumbest arguments I've ever seen advanced for any position ever. TJ, you look like a Fallout character. Cool. I'll just be a T-Jicka-fant now instead of a polisher. Good. Good, good. That lady was plain looking. I don't really give a fuck how she looks. I mean, whatever. Not everyone is a fucking model or whatever the fuck, but man, that's no excuse for that level of stupidity. Sometimes you role play as me in Fallout. Okay. What does your character do? Hide? Please, God, no. Don't kill me. Please. I'm not a tremendous coffee fan, no. I do drink it occasionally, but not frequently. If it's Biden versus Trump, will you stay home? Yeah, probably. If it's Biden versus Trump, then I'm going to go with whichever one says they're going to legalize weed, I guess. If Trump's like, I will make marijuana legal across this fine country. Like, all right, well, I guess a border wall isn't too bad. It's not like it's stopping anybody anyway. Did you see the picture of Biden weirdly biting his wife's fingernails? Or fingers? Whatever. Who cares? At least it's his wife, you know? I've certainly put my mouth on weirder parts of my wife than her fingers. So, I think you're grasping at straws there. Like, oh my God. Put his wife's finger in his mouth. What kind of weirdo is this? It's like, he's done a lot weirder shit than that, man. Kamala Harris, Amy Klobuchar, Pete Buttigieg. Kill one, marry one, fuck one. God damn. Ugh. That's the worst. That's gotta be the worst fuck, marry, kill ever. I guess I'll fuck Kamala Harris. I'll kill Amy Klobuchar and I'll marry Pete Buttigieg. I think that's really the only option you got there. I mean, Amy Klobuchar is definitely the kill. I think we all agree on that. And I mean, Kamala Harris is rumored to have slept her way to the top, so she's probably a good lay. And Pete Buttigieg, I marry because I figure like he can like probably make some pastries or something, you know? Like, he looks like he can cook, maybe. If not, he looks like he could learn. Yeah, someone needs to ask Pete Buttigieg that. We want to know, are we voting for the first bottom or for the first top? Because that's going to decide my vote. You know? Like, how come no one's asked that yet? I think he's a top because his name is Buttigieg. So he judges the booty, you know? You ain't judging his booty. Right? I think that's how it works. That makes sense to me. Yeah, that's true. I mean, plus, you know, there's nothing in the fuck, marry, kill thing where you gotta, like, stay married to him. You know? You know, I'm assuming you can get divorced at some point. Pete Buttigieg doesn't know how to eat a cinnamon roll. Who among us truly does, though? That's my question to you. Like, do you truly know how to eat a cinnamon roll? Like, think about it. Think about every time you've ever eaten a cinnamon roll. I guarantee there's been some, you know, there's been some mess, man. Some mess has happened. Don't even act like it didn't. I don't think it matters, though. I don't think it really matters. Yeah. Doesn't everyone eat it upside down while at a massage parlor getting a happy ending? It does seem like a creative way. It's kind of like a Reese's, man. There's no wrong way. There's just different ways. There's different approaches. There's different methodologies. There's different ways you can do it. You know? You don't have to be beholden to one method of eating the cinnamon roll. What does your hat say? It doesn't say anything. It's a hat. Don't be stupid. Hats cannot talk. Sir, you know this. Don't troll. What D&D class am I going to play? Probably multiple classes. I mean, you know, throughout the course of various runs and shit. But, the character I have right now is a barbarian. We're going to do something a little different for our D&D sesh. Well, we're actually using Pathfinder. But, I don't really want to give away what we're going to do that's different. But we're going to do something that I haven't really seen anyone else doing. What do you think about no Rick and Morty this week? What? Is that for real? Do you speak the true? That sucks dick. How come I didn't find out until today? What the fuck? That's not true, is it? There's Rick and Morty today. I'm gonna look this up. What? Oh, man. What the fuck? Oh, man. That's bullshit. Dude, fuck life. Damn, man. What the fuck? I want one thing out of life, dude. And that's some fucking Rick and some fucking Morty, man. What kind of stupid cocksucking bullshit is this? Boo. What do you think of the new Rick and Morty season so far? I mean, if I hated it, don't you think I'd be sitting here being like, no new Rick and Morty tonight? Whatever. Sucks anyway. Who gives a fuck? Not me. Show's lame. I ain't saying that, am I? I'm upset. I'm like, God damn it. I was really looking forward to that. So maybe you can infer some shit from that. You know what I'm saying? Remember that? How's my mom's dog? You know, he's doing well. They're having a little trouble keeping him as calm as he should be during his recuperation. But that's just, you know, that's just dogs for you. That's just how dogs be. Man. Booty Judge would light gay candles. Yeah, and leave a rose petal trail to the bed to romance you. I don't think I'd find that romantic. Maybe I would. I don't know. See, not all the, it seems like there's chat messages I can see here that don't appear here. I don't really know why, because it should be exactly the same. But, whatever. I'm not sure why it's different. You're like a pro bass fisherman. Cool. It's always been my dream. Would you ever consider doing an episode of DFF on the Marvel movies? Probably not. I don't know. I feel like there's such widespread familiarity with them already. You know? It doesn't really seem like we could eliminate much that people don't already know. I could be mistaken. I don't know. Can't wait to watch you take more personality tests. All right, well, let's see what we can find then. Personality test. Gotta find a short one. Let's find like a real low quality shit test. No, I don't want no fucking Myers-Briggs bullshit. Let's go to like page 7 of this shit. Find some fucking real shit tier, low quality tests. You know? That's what we need at this point. Okay, this looks horrible. This should be good. Alright. Let's do it. Whoa. Alright, hold on. Let me fix this camera shit. Actually, you know, who fucking cares? I don't even need to be on screen. What sounds like more fun to me? Being in a party with my friends, being in a sensory deprivation tank, exploring ideas with several of my closest friends, being alone with my thoughts, working with my favorite people to accomplish a goal. Probably the exploring ideas one. What comes most naturally to you? Creating unity and emotional support. Making projects and tasks more effective. Finding logical consistencies and cutting through denial. Looking for hidden meanings and imagining things from multiple perspectives. Evaluate my ethics, feelings, and deeply held values. What a useless skill. Brainstorming, innovating, and creating change. Man, this is such meaningless gibberish. I'll go with that one. Biggest pet peeve. Stupidity. Stupidity, phonies and conformity. Rules. And I hate a lot of this shit. Probably stupidity is what I hate the worst. What do you naturally focus your attention on? What's happening around you, an idea or reflection in your mind? Mind, bitch. Do you tend to think out loud, process my thoughts internally? Internally, most often. Which is more like you? This dumbass flower or this retarded painting? Okay, so detail-oriented, down-to-earth, and realistic. Imaginative, innovative. Yeah, that's the one. I'm a fucking genius. What are you more focused on? Tangible experiences, cooking, gardening, crafts, sports, as well as facts, exploring abstract possibilities. Abstract. Man, this test is getting boring and long. That's my problem with all these tests. They all fucking rub my ADD the wrong way. Hold on. I can't even see the fucking chat while I'm doing this shit. Sorry. So I'm going to pull that up there. What is your most natural skill? Brainstorming. Oh my god, it's so boring. Blah, blah, blah. I'll read it in my head because I can read a little faster. Alright, contemplating future possibilities, spotting logical inconsistencies, standing up for my cause. Isn't this like just a rephrase of the question they already asked? I guess I'll brainstorm. Yep, brainstorming. What do you focus on the most? Yeah, world possibilities. You have to make a decision. What do you focus on? Facts, bitch. What's harder for you? Giving criticism or sugarcoating? Sugarcoating. When someone comes to you with a problem, although neither of those things is hard for me, by the way. When someone comes with you a problem, what do you do first? Sit back and look at the situation objectively. Try to get in their shoes so you understand how they feel. I mean, both of those are important, but I guess the first is more important to me. I'd love to rub your ADD the wrong way. Ha ha ha! Alright, which quote do you most relate to? And now, here is my secret. A very simple secret. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. I hate that one. Facts are stubborn things, and whatever may be our wishes, our inclinations, or the dictates of our passions, they cannot alter the state of facts and evidence. True enough. When you're watching a movie, do you feel what the characters are feeling, enjoy the story from a detached perspective? I mean, it depends on the fucking movie, goddammit. That's why I hate these fucking tests. Mostly a detached perspective, I guess, but I mean, this depends. It's fucking so contingent on the movie. I prefer to improvise, multitask, work in bursts, zoomed out, blah, 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 experiences. What would you rather talk about? Concepts, theories, possibilities. I don't care, all that shit. I'll talk about anything. How do you respond to your day? I happen to my day. I have a plan, I make a schedule. Nope. Day happens to me. I respond to life as it happens. Yep. If I'm definitely more interested in people's thoughts and their feelings. You're waiting in a room with literally nothing to do. Are you bored At least give me a smartphone. Excited. There is so much to think about. I mean, I'm not excited, but I guess I'm fine. I'll be all right. Other people bore me more than I bore me. Oh my god, please test end. You suck so bad. You're so fucking lame. Oh, how would you describe yourself? I don't know. This one. There. Yep. Which of these do you struggle with most as a child? Tactless and unaware of people's emotions. That sounds right already. Yep. Oh, both of these sound right. Which one's more right? I don't know. I guess that one. Which of these is the easiest? That one. If I'm explaining something, do I use metaphors, symbolism, connections, and meaning, or analogies, details, experiences, and observations? That second one, usually. Although, once again, it's just... You give me a binary choice when, there's different tools for different jobs. It's like, what do you use to screw in... Like, what tool do you need to screw in screws and nail in nails? A hammer or a screwdriver? It's like, I need both of those, you stupid fuck. Stop doing personality tests. That's not entertainment. Yeah. Well, you go suck a dick, Ian Westart, you bitch. Someone specifically requested this, so what do you know, huh? I'm actually inclined to agree with you, Ian. I don't think it's entertaining either. In fact, I find it so fucking boring. I don't know why I obliged, but whatever. We're here now. And I presumably this test ends at some point, so... Dear God. Okay. Which of these do you do without trying? Oh, I have a sense of how things are likely to unfold. I notice symbolic meaning in things. Quickly grasp what's going on, reference my experiences and memories, or see random connections and Yeah, that one. What, I have to give my email and shit now? Fuck, alright. Well, I'll do that in private. I have to get emails from these people just to see this stupid thing? Oh, there's a skip this step option. Oh, it was just a Briggs-Myers test in fucking disguise? Ugh. Oh, man. Fucking piece of shit. Look at this. Fucking piece of shit. It was just a Briggs-Myers test in fucking disguise. Damn it. You are the INTP prodigy. Oh. Here's my strengths. Ability to troubleshoot effectively. Whoa. The fucking coolest superpower there ever has been, my friends. Ooh, they call me the troubleshooter. When there's trouble, I shoot it, bitch. Can't even fathom my shit. I'm too good. Man. A sense of logical connection between things, creativity, problem solving. Yeah. Whoop-de fucking goddamn do. So glad I spent fucking however long I spent doing that. That was real awesome. What a great time I had. Pretty bitchin', pretty dope. How many thetans do I have? 76. 76 thetans. Draw something on your forehead. No. Is there a super chats enabled in this shit? It's all doesn't do it for these unlisted streams. I could charge you otherwise. Like, yeah, I'll draw it for fucking $200, bitch. But they don't have no super chat, so you're fucked. Everybody loves it when everybody's dead. I like to stab people in the head. Oh, yeah. You know I like to do it. You've seen the things that are gotten up to. How many clan rallies have I hosted since moving to Louisiana? Only a few. Only 7. I'm not super into the whole clan thing, you know? It's more of a hobby. Whole clan thing more of just like a hobby, boy. Yeah, I don't have Streamlabs set up, though. So whatevs. Need them Streamlabs, I need them Streamlabs. I need them Streamlabs, I need them Streamlabs, oh yeah. Briggs Myers is fucking total fucking scam. Think about what you're doing there, you know? Yeah, okay, so here's how it goes. You describe yourself to us, and then we'll describe you back to you based on the information you've already told us. Are you going to give me any new information that I didn't already furnish to you? No! Awesome. Thanks, Briggs Myers personality test. You sure are useful. My favorite part of you is how you really fucking make sense and stuff. And you're not just totally fucking useless, you know? Because, I mean, you could have just been totally useless, let's be honest. But you weren't. You decided to be useful. Because why not? Are we getting a shirtless stream? I don't know. No man can say what the future may hold. I mean, you know. Yeah, I mean, I could see that, I guess. Like, Briggs Myers being like, for employers to be like, oh, this is what kind of person this is. Here's a way to categorize them. But yeah, for people who aren't that, not tremendously useful. That's such an INTP thing to say. Oh, you're so ENFJ. Marry, fuck, kill. Elvira, Vampira, or Morticia. Alright, hold on 1 second. Man. All right. Well, I think I have this down. So obviously, I will. I'm gonna fuck Elvira because, you know. I'm gonna marry Morticia because she's the only one of those women I've ever seen in a domestic setting, and she seems like a pretty cool wife. Very supportive and shit. And I'll kill Vampira because she'll come back to life anyway. She's a fucking vampire. So it doesn't matter. She's going to be fine. Favorite Star Wars character from the Disney trilogy? Fuck. Oh, man. That fucking smuggler dude they ran into on the fucking one planet. I don't know. What was his name? I don't even remember the fucking character's name. He was only in like 3 minutes, but he was probably the best. He was played by, what was it, Benicio del Toro or something? Hi, Charisse. You know, Elvira's movie wasn't that bad either. Wasn't like a fucking masterpiece, obviously. But, you know. Been worse fucking movies. How do I get used to saying anything without swearing? I seem to be unable to form a sentence without a curse word, so most of my comments get deleted. Damn, dude. You poor bastard. Damn. You guys mentioned Elvira, and then I fucking clicked on Elvira, and then I started clicking on Elvira cosplay, and then it just became fucking random cosplay of chicks with huge tits. And now that's just where I'm at. Like, huh. She got some big old titties, man. You sink them titties, bro? Anyway. Jesus Christ. Wow. Anyway, I'm just going to close that tab. How do you score a real-life Morticia? I don't fucking know. I think she's a fictional character, bro. Tig old bitted, man. Look up Elvira slot machine playthrough. Okay. Whoa. That's pretty funny. Here, I'll show you guys. No reason you should be left out. She knows what's what. Yep. Yep. Elvira, mistress of the night. Or the dark. Sorry, it's supposed to be the dark. Can titties be too big? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they can. Oh, his comment didn't appear. What do I gotta do? How do I fucking... Hold on. Alright, there's gotta be some way to... like, loosen these restrictions on here. Okay, yeah. Maybe if I do it like that. Hold on. That didn't seem like it did anything. Okay, whatever. I tried. Can butts be too big? I mean, yeah, dude. Sure. I mean, anything can be too big. Could crush the earth if it was a particular size, you know? Could be so large it collapses in on itself and forms a fucking black hole and the entire universe is sucked in. I don't know. Obviously. TJ, I'm 40 minutes late. Do I go back and start? Or just watch your stream from here and go back? I mean, you're probably better off just watching from here so you can participate and, like, you know, throw things out there and shit. You know what I mean? That's kind of like one of the more appealing, I guess, aspects of this. So, you know. Because if you have a thought, you can put it out there and I can potentially say something about it. So, I don't know. I think you're better off watching live. What is the milk of uncertainty? I don't know. What is the milk of uncertainty? I don't see anything about it on Google, so I don't know. Where's the wine, TJ? I did the wine last night, so I'm pretty good on that at the moment. Time to smoke a bowl. That sounds pretty good. Let me go try to find some. I'll be back momentarily. In the meantime, why don't you guys think of something interesting to say? Well, I couldn't find the joint, and I'm too lazy to roll another one, so whatever. What's going on? Someone hit Billy? This is the first I'm hearing about this, so I don't know. don't know. I think sometimes the best ass and titties is because it's not proportional. Like sometimes you see this chick who looks like she wouldn't be packing much ass, but then all of a sudden it's just like boom. You're like, whoa, holy shit, that's like bolted on. Ice cold, smooth, refreshing Coke Zero. Oh no, I'm sorry. Now it's Coke Zero Sugar. Same classic Coca-Cola taste, but now sugar-free. Everybody loves spaghetti. Yeah, smoke that green, man. Smoke that motherfucking green. Shaving your head is good. It's way easier not to have hair. TJ, are you with me? Eh, I'm between looking at you and looking at the news. Scorsese lectures. Don't watch Irishman on your phone. Well, then don't put it out on Netflix, dipshit. What the fuck? What about people who only have that? Would you rather they just not watch it? Goddamn crybaby motherfucker. Red wine. What's tomorrow's DFF? Hmm. I don't think they'd like. They don't. You usually don't like to give away what they're gonna be. I will say. I'll tell you this much. I'll give you this much of a clue. It is a sequel to a previous DFF. But don't bother me for any further details because you won't get them. That's your hint. Don't try to get me to confirm or deny no shit. All right. 99% accuracy. Check this out. We can guess your zodiac sign with 99% accuracy based on what you eat at this pasta buffet. 99%. This is fucking science, bitch. All right, so what am I eating? Am I eating this? Man, my basic bitch ass gonna go for that macaroni. Choose a type of pasta. This motherfucker's looking good. Another pasta dish. I'll go with that one. The mushrooms look good. One last pasta dish. Going with that. No, I could eat some more. Scorpio or Cancer? Wrong, bitch. I guess I'm the 1% that you didn't get right. Nice fucking double dip on the guess, by the way. You're either a Scorpio or a Cancer. Yeah, fucking improve your odds of guessing a little better. Bastards. You know, the funny thing about the whole Brett mac and cheese thing is we totally, like, that was just 100% made up. There was never, like, a video of him eating mac and cheese or anything like that. It was just a contrivance. There was no basis in reality. I mean, I'm sure the motherfucker gets down with some mac and cheese, but there was never any direct observation, as far as I know, of him eating mac and cheese or talking about mac and cheese. And yet it really stuck. I got a pizza too. Yeah, I might just fucking heat up that oven and get that damn pizza going. I don't know. Yeah, probably not. Probably a little excessive. What's the best pairing with mac and cheese? More mac and cheese. Heat up that fucking pizza, bitch. Do as you're fucking told, eh? Obey. How much did you eat on Thanksgiving? Quite a bit. I don't like have any exact measurements, but it was excessive. It was a bacchanal. It wasn't right. It was a sin against nature. I say we kill them all. What weight dumbbells did you start with? 10. My wife had a pair of 5 pounds and a pair of 10 pounds. And the 10 pounds, I mean, even without doing any sort of exercise at all, the 10 pounds were way too light. So I pretty much immediately ordered a pair of 15 pounds. And those got so easy that I skipped over 20 and just went to 25. And then when those started to get, those still aren't easy. I mean, like, I still use the 10 pounds for certain exercises. But certain things got too easy with the 25s, and I got some 35s. And nothing has gotten easy with the 35s yet, so I'm pretty good with those. Yeah. I'm doing like a 3-day a week workout thing. Yesterday was on. Today is off. Tomorrow I'll have to do it again. Shoulder presses. Yeah, I think I do that already. Let me see. Make sure I'm thinking of the right thing. Yeah, I do a shoulder press. I do like a standing shoulder press. Well, sometimes I do a sitting. Sometimes I do sit when I do that. Actually, no, this is not an abandoned hope. This is just a like a ideology. I don't really think of it as a ideology. I think I should probably come up with my own name for it, but since that's what people call it. Yeah, this is just more informal, relaxed, sort of hangout kind of thing. And that's pretty much it. You think I can reach my goal of one push-up? Maybe I'm there. I don't know. I haven't tried in a while. Let's find out. I'm gonna do an attempt. So for those of you who don't know, I've never been able to do a push-up in my entire life, and you know, I've done various stabs over the years at losing weight, and it's never been a success for me. So I pretty much abandoned that, and now I'm just working on building strength. So I'm going to try to do that push-up. And my form is probably not going to be great, even if but, whatever. I'm going to try to do it as best I can, and we'll see. Let me just go ahead and look at someone doing a push-up real quick to make sure, like, I have an idea in my head of, like, what that constitutes. All right. Hands on the ground, shoulder width apart, legs straight. Only the balls of the feet on the ground. Start with arms extended. Lower chest and thighs to the ground. Body remains rigid. So the main thing I was just seeing if I was just trying to figure out if my body is allowed to touch the ground in a push-up, and it looks like it is. So that's kind of interesting. Okay. Let's see. Let's fucking see. So take your bets. Place your bets, rather. Will this be the historic moment? Nope. Not there yet. Whew. Well, darn. I gave it a shot. But, yeah, I'm still not there. Need to build more chest strength. Yeah. Well, I do plenty of exercises that work on that area, so. Hands by shoulders, not stomach. Yeah. I think that might have just been an illusion of your angle or something. Because I literally looked at a dude doing a push-up beforehand, and you know, pretty much emulated him. But nope. Long way off from a pull-up. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to do a fucking pull-up. But I'm thinking push-up will be, one of these days. One of these days. Bunch of workout advice incoming, lol. Yeah. Well, I asked for it. I mean, I didn't literally ask for it, but, you know. You know what I mean. Could probably do a Howard Bloom push-up. Yeah, I probably should start doing modified girly push-ups to build up to the real push-up. That's one thing that's not currently in my repertoire. So, which really makes no sense So I probably should work that in there. What equipment is even capable of handling a pull-up from TJ? Good point. You are around 340 pounds, if I'm remembering right. That's a lot of weight to push up. Yeah, I don't know what my current weight is, but it's probably somewhere between 300 and 330 ish. So, so yeah, it is an awful lot to push up, but you know, one of these days. Get real fuscular. I weigh twice as much as you. I don't look 300 plus. How tall am I? I'm about 6'6". Also, I'm deceptively fat. I'm much fatter than I probably look at a glance. Weight loss surgery? No. No, I don't want to do that. I want to be fuscular. That means fat and muscular. So, I got to stay fat. TJ might be one of the tallest dudes I've ever encountered in real life. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty tall. I've definitely encountered people way taller than me. I saw a dude just like probably 3 weeks ago at the Renaissance Festival who was like, dude had to be like 7'3" or some shit. It was crazy. Just his ass was up to my chest. Long-legged motherfucker. Yeah, there's some tall motherfuckers in this world, man. No doubt about it. Your body morphology has true potential for strength. Yeah, I have a really weird center of gravity, so my balance isn't the greatest. I think it's because I have a super long torso and really stubby legs for someone who's 6'4" or 6'5", 6'6". Well, I actually don't know my exact height, but I'll give you an idea. Here's a fucking standard ass door, right? So you'll see that I'm pretty much at the top of this fucking thing. Oh, well, actually, you'll see the bottom of the door is the bottom of the door is actually like an fucking inch off the ground or some shit. So I can stand in the doorway itself. Just a little proof of height for the deniers out there. So I know there's motherfuckers that yeah, I pretty much fill that fucking door frame or any door I walk through. But luckily I'm not at the stage where I have to duck. Because if I was like 3 or 4 inches taller, I'd have to duck through every fucking door, and I'm kind of glad I don't have to do that. But the point is that even though I'm like 6'5", 6'6", whatever the fuck I am, like there's girls who are like 5'7", like my wife. I think she's 5'7", who like if we stand side by side, our legs are almost the same length. Like mine might be like a little bit longer. So all of my height is all like super long torso. Like she's told me sometimes she's convinced I have like extra vertebra or something. Pat my head some more, sure. I can rub my belly at the same time. It's a little trick I know. Do I trip on that step a lot? No, I didn't even remember it was there. It's just, I guess, become second nature to just step right over it and not give it a second thought. Yeah, I don't do cardio. I don't think I'll ever do cardio. I don't think that I think there's something wrong with me. I don't. I get more than exhausted. Like it's like painful. Like I feel like my body is like being flooded with poison when I do cardio. I don't know. I think there's like something wrong. It's always been that way, and I've tried to work through it, but it's just like it doesn't get any better. I've had the experience of accompanying TJ in an elevator. It was a bit nerve wracking. Hmm. I don't remember this elevator that we shared, but okay, you're probably right. Um, yeah, I don't really do cardio. I don't want to do cardio. I'm not doing it. Oh, I can go on a walk. I mean, that's whatever. I'm talking about like jogging, running, doing jumping jacks, fucking all that shit. No, I can do some light cardio, but like intense cardio makes me feel awful, and it always has. Even as a kid, like if I actually tried to run a lap, it was just like everything. I don't know, man. It just made me feel horrible, like sick. So it's not even like a like, oh, I'm so out of shape thing. There's just like a lifelong, like my body's wired wrong or some shit. I don't know. Do I have a heart defect? Not to my knowledge. I don't know if I understand. You have to be a little of a misogynist to enjoy running or other intense cardio. I'm not sure I get it. Yeah, I wouldn't mind swimming, but I'd have to have my own pool because the idea of sharing a pool with humans is gross to me. I don't want it. Maybe you need to smoke a cigarette while doing cardio. Hey, you're thinking. Oh, masochist. Okay, that makes more sense. Misogynist, I was like, huh, I don't see what misogyny is going to help. I hate those fucking bitches, you know? It's like, all right. I love it. Yeah, I mean, society needs to. We need to get back on board with casual misogyny, man. I'm all right with the opposite too. You know, like casual man hating shit. That's fine. You know, I liked it better in the '90s, where you could have a show like Married with Children that was totally misogynistic, and everyone was fine with it. And then you could have like daytime talk shows like Ricky Lake, totally man hating, and everybody was fine with it. You know, everybody hated each other, and times were good. Now there's all this bullshit about protecting people's feelings and all that shit. And it's like, yeah, whatever. I guess that's a way to be too. Oh, look at this shit. This is pretty funny. So, a there's a Navy secretary named Richard Spencer, um, now former Navy secretary who was fired, and MSNBC is so fucking stupid. They put up a picture of white supremacist Richard Spencer along with this fucking story. Uh, Wrong Richard Spencer, motherfuckers. I love it. Were the 90s good? I kind of remember them as boring as fuck. I mean, every era is boring as fuck. Like, don't you think now is boring as fuck? The difference is in the 90s, the things that relieved the tedium were at least a little bit edgier. You know? I don't know. We were going through like an edgy time where there's lots of button pushing and stuff, and now it's just like, it's just like such a repressive time where no one's allowed to do anything. Everyone's just a crybaby. Right wing, left wing, all crybabies. Everyone's like, oh, don't do that. Man, can we just do stuff again? Like, I miss going to a movie and there being a female character that's not fucking there for any other reason but to be a chick with big tits that everyone's just like, yeah, I want to fuck her. Like, man, why not? Like, why's that bad? Like, you think dudes are going to go in that movie and see that chick and just be like, yeah, that's what all women are in life, is that. You know? It's like going to a movie where there's a serial killer and being like, that's what people are like. It's like, that's not a typical fucking thing, but, it's a movie, man. We can have a little pretend sesh. It's what these movies are for. It's like escapism. It's supposed to be, hey, this isn't reality. This is something else that you can fucking, oh, what if the world was like this? You know? Can't just fucking, there can't be a bitch on the screen that's just for eye candy no more. Can't be a bitch on the screen that's just there to fucking flop her titties around. There can't be a fucking, whatever. Okay, boomer. Sure. Whatever, my time has passed. Do you think video games are edgy still with how realistic they're getting especially? I don't know. I'm totally tuned out to the video game thing. Maybe I shouldn't be. I'm not like into games, man. Like I don't want to fucking sit there and control shit and have to redo. Like basically, here's the problem with me in video games. Now I have fucking ADD like a motherfucker. So like if I do a thing like I'm going to go try to beat this boss and then I fail and die, like if I have to go fight him again, it's like each time I go and fight him again, it's not like I know there's certain people who is like every time they go back, it's like they just get madder and madder. But me, I just get more and more bored. Like, I'm tired of this fucking boss fight. Can I just skip it? Like a skip boss fight button. Like, I don't want to do this. I'm tired of this. I'm willing to just admit that I can't, or that I'm not willing to put in the time to do it. And then it's like, oh, let's slog back over here for this quest. Oh, do this side quest. It's like, man, I don't care no more, man. This nuclear fucking wasteland is boring as shit at this point. Leave me alone. Get it on. Get over with. Move on. So I don't know. I'm not built for video games anymore, man. I'm just too impatient. I can't stand repetition. They didn't like that the escapism was aimed at men, hence the male gaze thing. I can understand that, dude. I can get it to some extent. Like, yeah, okay. This shit was for men, and you felt like there wasn't enough shit for you. But, like, why does the solution gotta be, let's ruin the man shit? Like, couldn't the solution be like, let's make more shit for us, too, right? Because I think that's way more fair. Like, okay, cool, you guys, we're gonna do stuff for you as well. But no. No, we just got to ruin everything you guys like. It's like you have like titty and beer night with your friends or some shit, Then it's like the women want to be involved, and before you know it, titty and beer night is like fucking warm milk and parcheesi night, and it's like, man, what the fuck happened? Whatever. I'm an anachronism. I have ADD and I like video games more than movies, but that's just me, I guess. I've really I'm super into TV shows now. That's my big thing. But I mean, I've gone through all of it. There's usually just like one medium that I get infatuated with now that I look back at my life. Like when I was a kid, it was video games, and then it was movies. And for a long time it was movies. And then it became like these like more episodic TV show kind of things. And that's where I'm at now. So, whatever. It's like, for some reason, the idea of like, I'm going to watch a 3.5 hour movie is like, oh my God, no. But the idea of like, I'm going to binge watch 10 hours of a TV show, it's like, yeah, that sounds cool. Let's do that. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just the way that the content is chopped up. Yeah, man. Can you imagine if Captain Marvel was made with the sensibilities of a 90s movie?
There'd been some titties up in that motherfucker. It wouldn't have been outright titties. It wouldn't have been fucking nips, but they'd have thrown us some cleavage, man. You know what I mean? So even though the movie sucks, you know, we could at least be like, yeah, but them titties, though. You know, and it could still be fucking empowering to women and shit. I mean, like, what's this bullshit about? Like, oh, a chick who shows cleavage can't be empowering? What kind of bullshit's that? Last I checked, women in public have cleavage sometimes. Are all the women who are showing cleavage in public not empowered? What kind of sexist bullshit is that, huh? Yeah, I love the age of the binge watch, dude. It's probably unhealthy, but I don't care. I do it. I like it. And everybody wants me to watch Better Call Saul. Galen's been on me about it nonstop. Every time we fucking talk, he's like, you gotta watch Better Call Saul. I guess I better watch it at some point. Fuck. Better Call Saul. Elvira was pretty empowered, man. You watch her movie, it's all about her overcoming the prejudices of a small town with a closed-minded small town, dude. And with her power of her cleavage, she does just that. I mean, I just think it's great, man, that Elvira was able to, like, lean so heavily into just the, like, I have big tits angle. You know, it just shows the power of big tits. When you're willing to fucking be like, my thing is, I got big old fucking titties. And, you know, you just fucking let it go from there, man. And it all works out. It all works out in the end. I'd rather binge Netflix than have to wait a week for a new episode. Hell yeah. And why is the news so boring today? I forgot my jazz. What the hell? No wonder I was feeling less classy in here. People got shot, TJ. Hardly boring. People got shot with what now? Oh, yeah. People get shot on the news. Yeah. Who cares? That happens every fucking day. Every day there's a shooting. Once you're gonna fucking get all worked up over every damn shooting, have a heart attack in a week. I heard that 3 people died in that New Orleans shooting. Is it true? I don't know. I haven't been following it. I heard something about it this morning. I mean, it's the Bayou Classic, so... I mean... You know... There's usually a few shootings during Bayou Classic. Usually a few shootings during Essence Fest. There's like certain events that just like there's bound to be a shooting or two, or three, or four. Oh yeah, the London stabbing, yeah. I was surprised to see there was people who were like really down on the police for shooting that guy. I mean, like, I'm all for restraint in the police force and shit, but I mean, there comes a point where, you know, deadly force is pretty warranted, and it seemed like all the criteria were there. You know? They thought the motherfucker had a suicide vest on, for fuck's sake. Sorry. Well, the thing in New Orleans where people really get shot a lot is the Essence Fest. That's when, like, oh man, that's the fucking real big, like, oh shit, people are gonna die, like, every fucking time. Like, I don't think I've ever heard. I don't think there's been an Essence Fest that didn't correlate with a fucking bunch of people getting shot. Let's see. Shootings. So, like, let's just go to back to 2014. Safety concerns ahead of Essence Fest after 9 injured in Bourbon Street shooting. Yep. 2014, 10 shot on Bourbon Street. Let's see. It's not exactly politically correct to do like a count of how many people were shot on Essence Fest because it's like a black music festival kind of thing. So there's like a lot of racial tensions that are, you know, wrapped up in it, I guess. But yeah, people get shot pretty much every year. Like, it just is what it is. The Las Vegas shooting was crazy looking back at it now, because especially since you don't hear anything about it whatsoever. Yeah. Essence Fest sounds like something Epstein would have hosted. Well, no, it's like a black music festival. A black thing, lol. I mean, it is. I don't know what to tell you. That's what the fuck it is. I mean, I didn't make it up. I'm not lying to you. Everything I'm telling you is true. It's a black music festival. It's like music, culture, arts, whatever the fuck. Black festival. And they hold it in New Orleans, and every year fucking like 9 people get shot. Like there's usually like people like, you know, place bets and shit. Like how many people will get shot during Essence Fest this year? It's just like a thing. Everybody knows it's gonna happen. It happens every fucking year. I don't know, man. It's just the way it is. I mean, I'm not making it up. I'm not trying to be racist or anything. That's just the facts of fucking reality. TJ is covering up the truth about Essence Fest. Yeah, dude. The dark, insidious truth. Lies and contradictions. What music artists play there or general genres? I don't fucking know. All right, hold on. I guess I can try to figure it out. 2019. So make sure this is the right thing here. Oh shit. See Cory Booker on the webpage. Make sure this is the right thing I'm looking at. Not sure. Yeah, this is it. Essence Festival 2019. Let's see. Who was there? Showing pictures of the motherfuckers, but they ain't telling me who they are. Damn it. Sponsorship recap. This is the weirdest damn site. It has no... It's like I'm scrolling down it, but it has no sidebar. Who the fuck are these people? Who's this bitch? I don't know who this is. Nah, whatever. Whatever. I mean, yeah. Look, you can see them. Here, look. You tell me who any of this is. I don't know who this shit is. It's these people. These are the fucking people that are there. They doing stuff. This guy's gonna be there. This chick's gonna be there. Everybody's there. They doing things. They got sponsored by Coke. They sit around. They fucking do black stuff and be black and things, you know, and fucking talk about economic summit shit, and Disney sponsors it, and AT&T sponsors it, and all this other shit. A lot of the French Quarter actually shuts down during Essence Fest in fear of, like, what's gonna fucking go on. Like, places that are open, like, year-round otherwise are like, nope, closed, sorry. Was waiting for the racist shoe to drop. What racist shoe? I don't have nothing against it. I'm all down. I'm down with Essence Fest, man. Let it be. I'm just telling you that, you know, these things happen here. People get shot. Stores, fucking bars that are normally open, closed. suddenly and mysteriously. I mean, you know, usually they come up with some fucking excuse why they're closed. But, you know, it basically boils down to that. Sorry, closed for black. Too black, must close. Scared. I'll go to Essence Fest. You damn right. I'm all about motherfucking Essence Fest. I'll be there. I'll be like, yeah, don't shoot me. Please, please don't shoot me, man. I'm begging you. Do you have a black friend? No. I have some black friendly acquaintances. I actually answered this question yesterday. I have an Asian friend. That's as close as I have. But that's not really very close. Racist businesses you got there in Louisiana. Yeah, is that shocking to you? Because it probably shouldn't be. This is Louisiana we're talking about. That'd be just my luck, man. Don't shoot me. All right, we stab you. Damn it. I hope I at least get stabbed by a white person so it doesn't contribute to racism, you know? Take that! On guard! That'd be awesome. The closest I have to black friend is Asian, dude. Yeah, dude. That's as close as it comes. Sorry. You've got black fans. I've met them. They didn't ask if I had black fans. They asked if I had black friends. I don't. Maybe I should. I should just go make a black friend. But I mean, what's the point in that now? You know, you can't even use them to excuse racism anymore. It used to be if you had a black friend, you could say whatever you wanted. And then you just be like, it's all right, I got a black friend. And then it's like, oh, okay. You're cool. You're good then. Now, that's like, oh, that's no excuse. It's like, all right, well then fuck it. I don't need a black friend anymore. What use are they to me? They can't excuse racism? Be gone. That's horrible. That's a horrible thing to say. All right, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. I'll be back. Don't go. Man, I told you fucking not to go anywhere, and a full 10 of you left. What jerks. What unrepentant fucking cocksuckers, man. That's all right. Here we separate the wheat from the chaff. Why didn't you buy him weed, fucking whiskey and cigarettes, dude? Welcome to a relaxing, off-colored conversation with TJ. Started a Japanese boy band. All right. Good for you. Oh, yeah. just weird. I didn't have the time or money to deal with him. Hey, baby. You look like a zombie with a mustache. I drew a mustache on her while she was sleeping. She doesn't know it yet. What do you think a black version of Kyle Kalinske would be like? I don't know. Black? I don't see why you'd have to be any different other than that. You could just be a black dude. Oh, yeah. There any Star Trek fans in here? Do you think Trump is going to use the military police to arrest half of Congress if this impeachment goes far enough? I think that's a pretty unlikely scenario. Remember that time 7 of 9 beat up Dwayne The Rock Johnson? That was pretty cool. We need more of that. We need more 7 of 9 beating the shit out of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I think we need to expand that into its own franchise. Every week, 7 of 9 shows up and beats up Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And you're like, wow. Dude, if you're known as The Rock, why would you ever want to go back to Dwayne? You know what I mean? He's like, I'm going to be Dwayne Johnson now. It's like, man, you were The Rock. You should never have dropped that. I'll never think of you as Dwayne Johnson. I'm always going to think of you as The Rock, so just be the fucking Rock, dude. Who cares?
Ever seen his original costume? Yeah. Wait. You mean in wrestling? Or was there like an earlier version of his Star Trek costume? Yeah, The Rock should be president for sure. I think we're at that point in history. The Big Show appeared on Star Trek 2. Did he? I don't think I remember that. Is all of TNG still on Netflix? Yeah. I'm pretty sure all of the old treks are on Netflix. I know TNG and Voyager and DS9 are for sure. Not sure about the original series. I believe it is. I think Enterprise is on there too, but I'd never watched that. I don't know about I don't think any of those new ones are. That's like CBS exclusive bullshit. Still haven't been able to bring myself to work up the courage to see what they've done with that fucking Discovery show. Maybe I am planning on checking out Picard though, just because I love that character so much. But I know a lot of people are pretty scared about it. I don't know. I guess Discovery has made them wary. But I haven't watched Discovery, so I guess I don't share that wariness for that reason. I'm super looking forward to it still. I might end up being brutally disappointed, but hopefully not. We'll see. Is there like any like release date information on that yet? Like when that's coming out? Hey, baby. Yeah, I can't find it. The one that we smoked earlier, did you get it from in here? Because I had one in here last night that I did not finish. No. Oh well. So are you aware of your mustache yet, or? Oh, you did. Yeah. It was pretty funny, dude. There's not much of it left now. It looks like a lot of it's kind of wiped away. Whatever. Uh, Do you love seeing bad Star Trek clones fail? I don't know. Who wants to see a old Picard? Me? I mean, the thing is, when I watched that show as a kid, I thought he already was old. Like, I didn't know the difference between old and bald back then, you know? Yeah, that's a good point. How old was Patrick Stewart when they started that show? Let's see. Um, Motherfucker. All right, hold on. I'll just have to do some math. My favorite. So he's born in 1940, right? So Star Trek The Next Generation started what year? 88? 87. So he was 47 when he started. So, like, you know, as a little kid watching that shit, I mean, that was old. You know? So, to me, he's always been old. So, I don't care. Now he's just a little older. I like for a few dollars more best of the trilogy. I don't know. I think The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is pretty definitively the best in that fucking trilogy, dude. I mean, it could be a little slow. I'll grant you that. But, you know, come on. It's super epic. Hmm. Yeah, man, come on. Put out the Picard show already. Motherfucker's 79. How many seasons are we really going to get? It's kind of like Bernie Sanders. It's like I want it, but on the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how long it's actually going to last, even if I do get it. Wait, there's going to be an Emoji Movie too? That's a joke, right? What? No, that's not real. Okay, it's bullshit. Whew. I was scared for a second. Wait, what? Will there be? No. Man, in the information age, it's so hard to fucking figure out what's real. We should have just called this the fucking disinformation age. I love how there's really nothing making any of them the good, the bad, and the ugly other than the movie just telling you explicitly that they are. Like, the good guy never does anything particularly good. I think about the best thing he does is, like, there's a dying soldier and he gives him a cigarette. You know, it's like, yeah, you can have a fucking cigarette. Why not? The good. It's like, all right, sweet. I mean, the ugly guy, really, it's not too much uglier than the other two. The bad guy is not much worse than the other two. It's like, whatever, dude. I guess in the West, the old Italian West, there was, whatever. Not much difference between those things. Great trilogy, though. I was always confused as shit watching that movie as a kid, why they kept calling fucking Clint Eastwood Blondie when he's like, Clint Eastwood is not blonde, man. What the fuck are you doing? I guess if you're a fucking Sicilian or whatever, maybe he's blonde by their standards, and that's why. Oh, that's true. Blondie does let Tuco live. That's because he heard that sob story at the fucking, with his brother and shit. So, the Movie made 217 million at the box office. Let that sink in, TJ. Wow. I don't think I want that to sink in.
me see if that's actually true. Yeah, it is. Okay. Rock on. Man. That's worldwide, though. I mean, you know, it only made 86 million domestic. So, I don't know. That's still pretty depressing. You know, whatever. By the way, Tuco is the best part of that movie. Like, by far. The Western, I don't know if the Western will ever come back. I mean, it's not like Westerns have stopped being made, but, like, obviously there was an era where, like, the Western reigned supreme. But, yeah, there's a lot of really good Westerns. Have I seen Onision's Light Yagami-esque mental breakdown videos? I saw part of one of them, and I thought it was about the fakest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, not even remotely convincing. He's a terrible actor. He's obviously just still playing for attention, which he's still getting. You've never watched a classic Western? I mean, I don't know. It depends on what you're talking about with classic, because there's like... I mean, for me, I'm not really super into like the 50s kind of Westerns. There's a few that are really good. High Noon is great. Shane's pretty good. Man Who Shot Liberty Valance is good. True Grit is good. Fucking Outlaw Josie Wales. That's a fucking pretty dope ass movie. That's more like a 70s one, I think, though. A bunch of the fucking Clint Eastwood Westerns from like the 70s and 80s and 60s. Really fucking awesome. There was just like an archetype of the Clint Eastwood Western that just like worked super good. I wish he'd do one last fucking Western before his old ass finally croaks. I get it that fucking, you know, Unforgiven was kind of his farewell to the genre and shit, but man, that's probably when he thought he was going to be dead by like 1998. You know, his old ass is still kicking, so Unforgiven 2. Fucking Metallica did it. Clint Eastwood can do it. You know what I mean? Get out there. I love when you put John Wayne spanking that broad in the We're From America video. Yeah, that's from a movie called McClintock. Or McClintock. I don't know exactly how it's pronounced. I think it's McClintock. But that doesn't sound right when I say it. So I'm probably just fucking it up. But yeah, that's his bitch ex-wife who's like bothering him for, I think, a divorce. I haven't seen it in a while. But yeah, at one point in the movie, he finally gets fed up with her bullshit and just takes her over his knee and starts whooping her ass. And the whole town just cheers him on like, yeah, show that bitch. I'm just like, man, this would never fucking fly today in a million years. Good times. Unforgivener. Metallica. Clint Eastwood would get tiring after seeing him as the main character so many times if I went through them all or deeply into it. Lol. I don't know what you're trying to say, but if you're asking me if it gets played out, I would say, I guess it depends on how you feel about it. I don't know. For me, it wouldn't. You could almost think of him as the same character in every movie, even if he's technically not, because he pretty much is. Oh shit! Did I drop it? Clint Eastwood is still alive. Yeah, he's got a new movie coming out. He's not starring in it, but he directed it. Actually, looks pretty good too. Just watch The Outlaw Josie Wales. I think it's like pretty accessible to fucking even somebody who's not into westerns. It's just a solid movie. It's got a lot of good lines. Don't piss down my back and tell me it's raining. Is there any franchise Hollywood has yet to dig up and dust off? Back to the Future. That hasn't been. They haven't done it to that yet. Dying ain't much of a living, boy. There's like 20 scenes in fucking Outlaw Josie Wales where he's cornered by fucking some morons who are like, "We got you, Josie Wales," and then he just like, "You got me." Boom, and he just shoots him because he's so fast and shit. And they did that like 90 times, 140 times in the movie. I shit you not, like 220 times, at least 400 times. It's great. Yeah, they did try to change the name of John Wayne's Airport because it turns out he's like racist and shit. But like, wasn't like pretty much everyone racist back then? You know what I mean? Like, so, like, can't we just like, you get like a racism pass, you know, from like certain eras and shit? You know, I don't know. I guess not. Chelsea's looking at me like, all right. She doesn't disagree. I make that clear. She's just bursting my bubble with reality. That's all. What brand of legal tobacco are you enjoying? Those are it's Marlboro tobacco that we're smoking. Winston Marlboro Lucky Strike blend. You know how that goes. Leave Back to the Future alone. I agree, unless they can get Bryan Cranston to play Doc Brown. Then I'm okay with it. I think they should do it then, because I just think he'd be an awesome Doc Brown. I don't know, man. It just seems like he would. He can be funny, but he could be fucking have gravitas. He's got the right look. He's like the right age to do it. He already played a mad scientist sort of in Breaking Bad. He's really good at fucking being like, "Oh, I'm in an overwhelming situation and shit, but I'm still going to use my science rigors to figure it out." And by the way, don't ask me who should play Marty. There shouldn't even be a fucking Marty in it. Focus more on Doc Brown. Straight up. Fuck Marty. We don't need no Marty. You're not going to be able to find a good replacement for fucking Michael J. Fox anyway. You know? Doesn't even necessarily need to be like a fucking a remake, you know? It could be a fucking kind of remake sequel hybrid, you know? Like fucking Bryan Cranston can play the original Doc's fucking grandnephew or some bullshit. Have a whole new adventure. Finds the DeLorean somewhere. Who fucking knows? Old westerns sound almost as absurd and exaggerated as anime. Wow, you know, I've never drawn that comparison before, but now that you've said that, yes. Yes, 100%. It's that same level of like pomp and circumstance and exaggeration and over the topness. Like the finale of The Outlaw Josie Wales, like Clint Eastwood doesn't even like, he barely even like, he's like sits. He's just like sitting there. He's just like sitting on the ground with his guns, just shooting everybody. No one can hit him at all. But everybody he shoots is just dead instantly. Dead, dead, dead. Bullets. He's not even moving. He's just sitting there on the fucking ground. You know? It's fucking amazing. It's a great movie. Is it realistic? Hell no. But if you get into the fucking mythology of the Western, you could feel that shit. You feel the power. Dragon Ball's creator was heavily inspired by Westerns, even down to the protracted stare downs. That makes sense to me. The stare down is a fucking integral part of the goddamn Western, dude. That fucking, you look at me, I look at you, and we fucking stand. You know? That shit's important. It builds, it's like the easiest way in the world to ratchet up the tension. Because you could just have it where they just have a fucking big gun battle, and that's cool and all. But if there's like a moment, like if there's like a silence before the gun battle and they're looking at each other and maybe there's some fucking music playing or maybe the fucking soundtrack just goes totally stark and barren and shit. Maybe you just hear like some wind or like a tumbleweed passes by or some shit. And you're just like, fuck, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? And then, you know, some fucking horse and buggy fucking goes by and it spooks a horse somewhere and horse, and then they start shooting and shit. Is fucking bad ass, bitch. Sorry. Got a little too into that, but it's good stuff. That was like 50 likes in one attempted sentence. Damn. Brutal. Brutal critique of my oratory abilities. Damn it, TJ, it's 1 a.m. It's 2 a.m. here. I don't know. I don't know what the point is. This guy is auditioning to be my clock, I guess. Thank you. Westerns are good. Jeremiah Johnson. It's not quite a Western, but it's pretty much a Western. It's a good one. Fucking Mountain Man movie. I wouldn't be pointing out if you and Paul weren't complaining about those college guys on Flash Fried. Man, shut up, dude. Do as I say, not as I do, bitch. What went wrong with the Emoji Movie? What went right?
Have I seen the Sisters Brothers? Nope. I do not believe that I have. Super funny how that YouTuber with the shitty Star Wars prequels review videos was so hurt by your critiques. Oh yeah, like what the fuck was that about? Yeah, you didn't hear that? You didn't see that message he sent me? Here. Damn it. Hold on, I'll pull it up. Tweeted it the other day. Here it is. Amazing atheist. I represent Movie Flame Productions on YouTube. You are Movie Flame Productions on YouTube. You don't represent shit. Yeah, like I ain't buying you got like some staff or something, bro. Hold on, I'll just fucking put it on here. Amazing atheist. I represent Movie Flame Productions on YouTube. As I'm sure you're aware, you uploaded my video without the channel's permission, which breaks the YouTube's copyright policy. Like, your entire video was fucking like Star Wars clips, dude. You don't think Lucasfilm and Disney have a copyright? No, you know damn well that the reason you can use those clips is because of fair use, which you know damn well is the very thing that protects me in fucking using your shit and commenting on it. I'm doing exactly the same thing you are. You're watching content generated by someone else and you're commenting on it. I'm doing the same thing. So how are you going to claim it's wrong when I do it if you're fucking doing it? Bitch. We are moving forward with a copyright claim through YouTube and might take it further if need be. Oh. Your video is hateful and is full of bullying of the content creator, which again breaks YouTube's policy of cyberbullying. What? I did not cyberbully. Okay? I was, if anything, went out of my way to be respectful and make it clear that I, just because I'm arguing about the fucking Star Wars prequels. It's not hate speech or some shit to disagree with you on the fucking Star Wars prequels. And in some cases can lead to lawsuits. Uh-oh. The reason I'm messaging you is to give you the chance to delete the video before you get a copyright strike on your channel. I'll be in touch. Morgan. All right, bitch. Well, video's still up last I checked. So, best of luck with your lawsuits and such, and your hate speech claims, and your bullshit copyright claims. Should write him a message from fucking Lucasfilms. Dear Movie Flame, I represent Lucasfilm Disney Productions. As I'm sure you're aware, you uploaded our movie without the studio's permission, which breaks our copyright policy. We are moving forward with a copyright claim through YouTube and might take it further if need be. It's like, man, fuck you. What a dick.
We are moving forward. Let's see. I actually I sent him my fucking lawyer's information. I'm like, all right, here's my lawyer. This is my lawyer. You want to fucking file a lawsuit? Here, have your lawyer contact my lawyer. Here's his fucking contact info, bitch. Oh, by the way, my lawyer specializes in trademark, copyright, trade secrets, entertainment law, sponsorships, and sweepstakes law. Oh, and franchise law, and general business and contract law. So I'm sure that he's more than willing to fucking rape you in the ass if you want to fucking put some bullshit DMCA up against me, motherfucker. I've seen this motherfucker work. He's vicious. I have a vicious fucking lawyer. He's an expensive lawyer. But you know what? I'd spend 10 grand to keep you from getting a penny from me, motherfucker. Because I'm that petty. So don't fuck with my ass on some legal shit. It's like, man, just like, why even fucking pay attention to my video, dude? You make a video defending the prequels. I make a video saying your video sucks. It's like, move on with your life. You know? Or you know what? Make a video saying, hey, your criticism of my video sucks. Don't do this little bitch shit where it's like, oh, I'm going to file a lawsuit and I'm going to get you censored because you violated my bullshit copyright and you bullied me. It's like, man, I didn't do none of that shit. Fuck you. Get out of here, you little bitch. I mean, his channel's doing well. It's not like, this is not some chicken shit channel. There's like, you know, he's got some fucking views on the motherfucker. He's doing pretty well. It's like all the more reason why you give a shit about what I'm saying. Like, you put out some fucking Star Wars prequel defense that got a shit ton of views. I put out a little criticism of it that fucking is like sitting at like, what, 35, 40,000 views or something? And you're really going to get all bent out of shape about that? It's like, what a little bitch. Change your name to Movie Bitch. Yeah. Strangely, after I gave him my lawyer's contact info, he hasn't written me back. I don't know. He's probably communicating directly to my lawyer now. It's awesome. It's going to be good. Looking forward to seeing him in court. The movie flame guy actually sounds semi-retarded. Well, you'd have to be to fucking like the Star Wars prequels. Oh. I think the Star Wars prequels are pretty good. I disagree with that. You're bullying me. You're trying. Silence. I'll sue you. It's like, what? Okay. Sorry, I didn't know I was dealing with crazy. I mean, you know, I'm all for fucking anti-bullying shit. Bullying, that's like a consistent pattern of like really like cruel behavior towards somebody. It's not like you disagreed with me about a movie. That's not bullying. What a dipshit. What an embarrassing dipshit. Whatever. Probably just fucking doesn't know any better. Prequels have the best fights, dude. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're into fights that look like choreographed ballet, they do. I like a fight to look like a fucking fight, personally. Nothing's ever gonna top the fucking the lightsaber duels in Empire and Jedi for me, man. Atmospheric. They felt like real violence. Felt like a fucking fight. Felt like two dudes duking it out with fucking laser swords. Now, the prequels, it's all like, I'm gonna do a backflip and then. No, that's not a fight. That's garbage. That's garbage, and that's where it belongs. You might as well put Duel of the Fates over a fucking rat taking a shit. Because that's a more interesting fucking visual for me, my man. I don't give a fuck about the fights in the goddamn prequels. Oh, we fight. It's so epic because they're fighting over CG lava. Ain't none of that. Them fights fucking suck dick. They straight up suck dick. No, the Darth Maul fight was not cool. The Darth Maul fight was not cool. It was lame. To me, there's the fucking Cloud City fight between Luke and Vader. Untoppable fucking Star Wars lightsaber fucking battle. Never gonna be topped. None of that fancy fucking gymnastic bullshit. Just two dudes fighting with laser swords and fucking force powers. And that's it. And that's all the fuck you need. The Yoda versus Palpatine fight was like a fucking Abbott and Costello routine, except not intentionally funny. Was amazing. I don't know what's amazing. They never addressed that Obi-Wan committed murder. What am I missing? I don't remember him committing a murder. Mm-hmm. Yoda flipping around like a stuffed animal in a garbage disposal was badass, yo. Yeah, dog. Oh, yeah. Man, because that's what Yoda's always been about, dude. Fucking kicking ass, you know? The Yoda who said wars make not one great, you know? Now he's doing flips and twirling around a lightsaber, even though he's fucking basically crippled. It's awesome. I love it. Man, I really hated as much. I mean, the Yoda shit was fucking ridiculous to me. I laughed my ass off, but not in a good way. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon fights were good because of the tension, not just fanciness. Another thing, though, is that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, like, that set up that's what a fight looked like in its universe. You know, with the Star Wars movies, it's just like a fight used to look like a fight, and now it looks like a fucking ballet routine. And that's just not the same thing to me. It's not the same universe. If they'd always looked like ballet routines, I'd be like, wow, they really upped the ante. But they didn't. It takes all the fucking impact out of the violence, you know? When it looks so fucking choreographed down the Nat's ass, it loses any sort of authentic, like, man, people could get hurt. Takes me out of the fucking experience, man. It breaks my fucking suspension of disbelief. Obi-Wan's holding me back. I want to watch episode 3 again for comedy's sake. Yeah? I don't know. It might work on that level. I ain't sure.
water still. Yoda should never have been, I think, in any of those movies other than Empire. I don't even like him coming back in Jedi, dude. I think Yoda should have just been a one and done. He's a great character in that movie, but like he's never been good since then. I don't know. Yeah, the fight in the end of Force Awakens, the only thing I remember from that fight, I remember the fucking setting more than I remember the characters. It's like the trees and stuff, and I remember the ground splitting and shit. You know, I don't really remember Rey and Kylo Ren's battle in any real fucking sense. I remember more like the environment. So that's no good. It wasn't as bad to me as the prequel fights, but it still didn't stand out as anything special. Probably because I didn't give a fuck about the characters. I mean, yeah, the acting alone is really hard to get past in the fucking prequels to me. Like, the performances are so bad, and that's really George Lucas's fault, because even good actors who can turn out good performances, just they're like, obviously he gave them terrible direction because everyone delivers their lines in a very, like, wooden manner. What? That's how you know it's the director fucking doing it. The only performance I really like, I guess I'm kind of lukewarm on Obi-Wan, on Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. I think that he at least kind of feels like the same character, which is more than I could say for, you know, a lot of like times when they cast someone as a younger version of a character. I feel like I actually bought him as a young Obi-Wan, so that's something for him. But the only performance I really like, and I've said it before, is fucking Ian McDiarmid as Palpatine, who just plays it perfectly the whole time. But it's because they let him go over the top. It's like no one else is allowed to go over the fucking top, except for him, because he's the villain. And if you're the villain in a Star Wars movie, you got to villain that shit up. Who was worse, Jar Jar Binks or Anakin as a kid? Anakin as a kid. Jar Jar Binks, as annoying as he is just a fucking comedic relief character. So he's fucking, you know, whatever. He sucks and he's annoying, but he's still just a fucking side character. Anakin is the fucking main character. He's the fucking heart of the goddamn movie. So... I mean, look, man, the Ewoks honestly seem like a fucking wet dream at this point. I mean, come on. You know? Like, I'll take the Ewoks, man. I'll take them. I admit they're lame, but goddamn, compared to some of the shit we've seen now, holy fucking shit. Yeah, give me the Ewoks back. They're a fucking masterpiece at this point. I mean, I admit they're a stain on what is otherwise a pretty damn great trilogy of movies. Because that shit does suck. Like, I don't really mind that there were Ewoks. Like, okay, there can be Ewoks, but don't fucking try to convince me that the Ewoks take out the fucking goddamn Empire, dude. Nah, dog. I ain't down with that. Like, I get it. They didn't. Okay, so it's just overstay. Some people get real fucking pedantic. Like, the Ewoks didn't fight the entire Empire. They simply fought one battalion or whatever the fuck. Fine. I don't believe the Ewoks could take on a bunch of stormtroopers with fucking,
Imperial technology and shit. So, fuck that. They're still fucking just like midget teddy bears with spears, so no. I'm gonna say that fucking grown-ass men with laser rifles and fucking Imperial walkers and shit probably got a little bit more fucking... They're probably gonna kick the shit out of some teddy bears with spears any day. I think that's just a no fucking brainer, dog. So, no, I'm not down with that. Come up with a different reason why the Empire gets beat up, Maybe just go back with the original concept and make it the fucking Wookiee planet so that it's not retarded. Because can a bunch of Wookiees kick the shit out of the Empire? Hell yes. Yes. That makes perfect fucking sense. But fucking George Lucas is like, no, guys, I think these Ewoks will make better toys. Fuck you, George. You suck dick. Ugh. Garbage. So, yeah, I mean, that could have all just been fixed by making it a Wookiee planet instead, because no one would have any trouble accepting that. But they did the Ewoks, and whatever. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I mean, Empire is my favorite of the original trilogy, but sometimes I feel like way too much of that shit happens on Hoth, dude. I get pretty sick of that goddamn white color palette, It's like it goes on and on and on. It's like, man, get to fucking Dagobah already. I want to see Yoda. Gotta sit through this Hoth shit again. It goes on too fucking long. I've always felt that way. Yeah. That really got me thinking about it. My wife is like, the snowy one. It's like, man, I don't like that it's the snowy one. There's cooler shit in that movie than Hoth, dude. There's fucking Dagobah, the swamp planet. There's fucking Cloud City. Much better locations. But fucking for the first 45 minutes of that movie, we're fucking stuck on this goddamn white tundra with nothing visually interesting to look at except an endless expanse of fucking snow. I just wish they would have got rid of that whole contrivance of Luke's lost. Why? What is that? That's useless. The rebels are on the ice planet. The fucking Empire finds them. They have the fucking interesting battle. Luke's told to go to Dagobah. He goes. This shit where Luke's lost. I mean, I know there's some cool scenes that came out of it, but really, does it serve the story at all? No. Get rid of it. Hoth is not really short. Go back and look again. You're wrong. It's not. It goes on for a while. I promise you. If you really think about it all, Star Wars is super overrated for what it is. Star Trek is infinitely better. It's not even, I really feel like those two things are only really compared because they both have star and then another word as their titles. Because otherwise, there's just no fucking good reason to even compare the two fucking things. They're not even remotely fucking similar. It's like saying pancakes are better than lima beans or something. It's like, They're not even in the same fucking category of thing. The Luke's lost thing establishes him struggling to use the Force to move things. Wow, yeah, because you needed a fucking 20-minute sidetrack to fucking establish that fact. You couldn't just have one scene of him trying to move something and it not working and him being like, darn, still not strong enough with the Force to move that. Come on. Why do Star Wars planets have zero biodiversity? They are all either desert, snow, or swamp. Because that's how planets work, dude. We live on a freak planet. I mean, think about it, really, honestly. Like, think about our own fucking solar system. Every other planet's pretty much just one thing. This is the only planet that's, like, fucking got all kinds of shit going on. That's probably not true, but, like, from an outside perspective, observing it, you know? Mercury's a big hot motherfucker. Venus is a fucking humid motherfucker that's also hot as shit. Then there's a bunch of gas giants, and then there's a bunch of frozen little balls of ice. So, I mean, it kind of seems like, that is how it rolls out there in the fucking cosmos, man. We just live on a freak planet with all these seasons and shit. Maybe that's Earth's claim to fame. You ought to see this planet, dude. It's like 20 planets in one. Everywhere you go, it's a little different. It's fucking freaky. Strange fucking planet. Mars isn't that way, lol. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the fucking... the tropics of Mars, George Lucas is the filmmaker equivalent of someone who tells a funny joke but keeps adding to it and making it unfunny. I can see it. I can see it. Who cares? I mean, like, the reason that every Star Wars planet is all one thing is because then every time they go to a new set, they can be like, this is a new planet. We're in the desert. It's a desert planet. By the way, I'm over desert planets in Star Wars. Like, they need, like, a desert planet, like, 30-year moratorium or some shit. Like, I've seen it. Thanks. Enough of the desert planets. I get it. It gives people, like, a little nostalgia, like, oh, it's like Tatooine in the original. No more desert planets. Knock it off. Do something different. Go like a crystal planet or something. I don't know. Lol, like you're so wrong, it's insane. Mars polar regions are far colder than the equatorial regions. They aren't tropics because there isn't life that we've found yet. But I already fucking prefaced all of this by saying, like, to the outside perspective looking in. Like, you go anywhere on Mars, it's like a bunch of red fucking dirt. The red planet, man. It's all just a bunch of red shit. I'm sure there's other shit. Oh, this is like the salty part or whatever the fuck. But we don't know about that. No one cares. It's just a big red fucking ball of shit. Earth is the freak, man. Get down with the sickness, all right? Earth is the freak planet. Just roll with it. Humor me. That was one of the few good things about The Last Jedi. What? There was a lot of good things about Last Jedi. No. I'm thinking of Return of the Jedi. Never mind. Last Jedi did suck. What was one of the few good things about it? The reason the Star Wars planets all look the same is because the movies lack originality past Jedi. But I mean, even back in the old days, like even in the original trilogy, like I think we're talking more about like the fact that every planet is just one thing. Like it's all desert, or it's all ice, or it's all jungle, or it's all this, or it's all that. There's only so many locations that actually exist, to film in. You know what I don't get about these companies is like they all like to use nostalgia to sell their properties, but they don't seem to like know how it works. You know what I mean? Like they don't really seem to understand the mechanics of nostalgia because it's like they could start using that to their own fucking advantage. Like this fucking Marvel universe. Like people are obviously gonna get burned out on it. Like it's already kind of happening. So instead of being fucking stupid, like why don't they just fucking like, okay, it's going away for a little while. You know, for like 5 years, there's not shit. There's no new Marvel shit. And then they can come back and start over. You know, with a whole new plan for like, this is our next 20 movie fucking saga. But no, they just feel like they got to keep it going and keep it going and keep it going. It's like, man, I understand you're making money on this, so it's hard to fucking back away from that. But like, you could make more money in the long run if you ratchet up the nostalgia a little bit and get people to actually give people enough of a chance to actually miss the fucking shit. Like, man, every fucking thing sucks. I wish they'd make some more Marvel movies. Like, you have any idea how much people be clamoring for that? People be riding the streets like, make more Marvel movies. God damn it. Please, please. And then when it's fucking right at its height and everyone's like starting to give up hope that it's ever happening again, fucking, then you put out the new Spider-Man or whatever the fuck. Get people amped up. But no, they just keep it going, keep it going, keep it going until you're so fucking sick of it and it just becomes the norm and there's nothing special about it anymore and it's just another fucking thing. Give it a break. Let it marinate. Let people develop the fucking nostalgia that you're so fond of exploiting. Because no one's going to develop nostalgia for something that's constantly coming at them nonstop. It's Star Wars, it's Star Wars, it's Star Wars, it's Star Wars, it's Star Wars. Like, how are you supposed to be nostalgic about it if it literally never goes away? You know what I mean? Give it a chance to breathe, man. Give it a break. Give it a rest. Let something new rise up for a little while. Hate the audience more than the company milking it. Yeah. I can definitely see that perspective. You guys don't understand the fucking, maybe some of you do actually, the hype around fucking Phantom Menace before it came out just because it'd been so long since we'd seen anything Star Wars related. Like those films that acquired like legend status and shit by then. Oh, pardon me. Nobody has original ideas anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's like a misconception about the way that like big new creative ideas emerge in the first place. I don't think there's usually like this eureka moment. I think it's usually just like people taking things that have been done before and like combining them in different ways. You know, I mean, like it's well known that like George Lucas cobbled a bunch of different shit together to make Star Wars. You know, it's like, oh, part the sci-fi serials I enjoyed as a kid, and you know, part Akira Kurosawa and samurai lore, and then this Joseph Campbell shit. That's pretty interesting. All these ancient myths. I'll put that in there. You know, and you know, we'll have that's pretty much how it comes about. It's just an amalgamation. So I don't think the original Star Wars movies were like stunningly original, you know, because you could see their pedigree, you could see where they came from. And all the stuff that came before that, I'm sure you could figure out where that came from and what it borrowed from. I think new things emerge slowly, not quickly. And it's usually just because we combined two existent things in a new way. It's usually how you put things together that the innovation really happens. You know, rather than someone, oh, I just have this totally new idea that just shatters the paradigm of everything that's been done before. Like, I don't really think that happens, or if it does, it's pretty fucking rare. What was the movie that made you wander around aimlessly in the theater parking lot afterwards? Transformers 3. A movie like that, it literally made me lose my senses, and I felt like I was drugged. And I wandered around the parking lot just in a daze and a stupor because of what I've been subjected to. It was so bad. It was so painful. I just couldn't fucking take it, man. Horrible movie. It was like psychologically scarring to fucking sit through it. It really drove me nuts. Terrible fucking film. Really ugly world that he created. Just really dumb story, insulting characters. Just, ugh. Wretchedly bad. I just wanted them all dead. I was just hoping the Decepticons would win and fucking bite Shia LaBeouf's little cretinous head off. I still watch the Transformers 4 Cinema for Cynics or Cinema versus Cynics where you guys got hammered. Yeah, that was that was an experience. I thought booze would help. My theory was we've gotten high during these movies and that's just made them worse. So let's get drunk. Drunk was the idea was if I'm stupid, I will be more likely to get down with this stupid movie. But it didn't work because it turns out there's no amount of brain damage you can actually give yourself to make you enjoy Transformers 4. I don't know. I really don't understand who enjoys it. I really don't get it. I really just don't know what there is to enjoy on any level about any of the Transformers movies. I really just I don't know. There's not good action, there's not good acting, there's not good story. There's no emotions, there's no fucking it's not even good. There's no real strategy element to it, so you can't even be like the battles are cool or something. You can't really tell what's going on. I think basically maybe it just appeals to people who just like machinery. Is that it? Like, I like machines, so there's lots of machine stuff, and that's what makes it good. That'd be about it. That's about the only fucking way I can imagine enjoying them. But I don't really have that boner for machines, I guess. Which one was 4? I get them confused. It doesn't matter. They're all the same. Nobody actually enjoys them. They just go and sit through it. Yeah. Yep. I've seen them all, I think. I don't know why, but I have. So that does seem to be the case for me. China is 90% of the fan base. Yeah. I know they do really well in China. It's kind of why I don't know. It makes me feel less scared of the Chinese. Like if they like this, then how much of how much of a real threat are they? Because this is garbage. Michael Bay was one of those kids that smashed toys together and made noises with his mouth. Yeah. Well, I was one of those kids too. But I still think that's garbage. I still think that the movies suck. Hasn't helped my fucking assessment of those films. When I was around 13, I liked the action of the first movie and Linkin Park soundtrack, but even my young self didn't like Transformers 4. Yeah, I'm glad they kind of stopped making them, I guess. I guess they made like a Bumblebee movie, but my understanding is it's actually good. I don't know. I decided I decided not to watch it. So if it's good, that'd be ironic. Like I watched all the terrible ones, but I refused to watch the good one. But I'm just sorry, I'm done. I'm just fucking done. I don't want any more. I've suffered enough. We've all suffered enough. No more Transformers movies. Let China have them. Release them to China. Let China have them. I don't want them. Diddly diddly do. I've seen all but the last Resident Evil movie. I'm in the same boat. I was told not to watch that one. You know, when I first started watching the Resident Evil movies, I kind of had like a guilty pleasure sort of relationship with them. And the first three, I still feel that way about. I know they're terrible, but for some goddamn reason, I enjoy them. And you know, I don't expect anyone else to relate to that enjoyment of them, but obviously some people do. But the last one that I actually saw, which I think was the second to last one they made, it was losing its appeal for me. So I decided not to go see the conclusion because I know there is no real conclusion. As long as I keep going to see them, they'll keep making them. And I've decided, you know what? I've polluted the earth with enough of these terrible movies. Just because I like them doesn't mean I should subject others to continue, you know, financially supporting this garbage. I did the responsible thing and I pulled the plug and I walked away. You know, I had enough. They gave me enough of them. I got the first three Resident Evil movies. They're each one's horrible, but I like them and I got them and they're there for me anytime I need them. But why should I keep subjecting people to an increasingly horrible fucking franchise of films just because I inexplicably fucking find something redeeming in them? I really wish that they had not stopped using the soundtrack that Manson made for the first fucking movie with Tim Skold. Because it was a really cool fucking soundtrack he made that could have been super iconic throughout those fucking movies. But they went with way more generic shit in all the subsequent films, even though the soundtrack they had was badass. It's crazy. Please review more bad Christian propaganda movies. Your C4C reviews of God's Not Dead 1 through 3 were some of the best content worth paying for on the Patreon, in my opinion. Those movies are really super painful to watch. Probably the first one to me was the worst. In terms of just being like a repugnant goddamn movie. Like, if you ever, I mean, we already made this point a million times, but like, if you ever made the opposite of that movie, the inverse, a movie where, you know, your Christians were vilified to the extent they are in that movie, and atheists are glorified to the extent they are in that movie, like inverted, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would never fly in a million fucking years. And just like the fact that a character is run over by a car, and then as he's laying on the asphalt dying, converts to Christianity, and then dies, and then the two hero protagonist characters are like, "This is a great day." It's like, what? I mean, just like imagine how that plays if you reverse it, where like there's two atheists and their Christian friend is hit by a car and is dying, and they're like, "All right, dude, it's your last chance to just admit that God's not real. Live your last few seconds as a rational person." And they're like, "You know what? Fine, you're right. I've always known there is no God." And then he dies, and then the two atheists are just like, "High five, bro. We fucking finally saved another bro from delusion, man." It's like, oh yeah, and he's dead! So, I don't know, man. So it's really hard to watch those movies. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you got a suggestion, I'm willing to take a look at it, I don't know if there's anything as bad as God's Not Dead. Maybe there is. Yeah, I did like how God's Not Dead 3 actually did seem like it was like maybe felt a little bad for how awful the first two movies were, and was like, maybe we can try to be a little more subtle with this messaging and not just be like simple-minded garbage. Maybe we should actually be responsible and not just vilify everyone who disagrees with us. And maybe we can do like a subtle message that says, we don't always have to fucking win the end of the day, Like, it's okay. Things can change. It's not always, we're not always right just because we're Christians. And of course that one flopped. So that's not what Christians want. Christians want a movie that tells them, nope, your sanctimonious shit does not stink at all. It's the other people who are bad. You're good because you're a Christian. That's what they want to hear. So anyway, fuck them. Fuck Christianity. Fuck Christian movies. And fuck God's Not Dead. But props to God's Not Dead 3. Still a terrible movie, but at least a terrible movie that seemed to have like something of a human conscience and wasn't just an evil piece of propaganda shit. But still, it sucked. Because it's just still terrible filmmaking. You can't really fix that. If Christianity, the lamest religion to be so widespread, I feel like if we had Greek or Viking myths scamming people, still there'd be more into it, way more interesting. The people cutting dicks? Is it dicks and all that? I don't know. All right, sir, I'm going to just go ahead and tell you that is a mess, and I have no idea what you're trying to say. So I don't know, man. I don't get what the fuck you're getting at. I feel like maybe there's something there, but I don't want to even speculate as to what it is. Except that doesn't work that way because Christian ideology promises you life after death when you're dying and scared of dying. Okay. Why can't Rastafarianism be the most popular nonsense? I don't know. It just isn't. It just didn't work out that way. That's not the way the meatball bounced, my man. I like the evil atheist lawyer in God's Not Dead 2. I'll be honest with you. I've watched all the God's Not Dead movies. I could tell you a little bit about what God's Not Dead was about. And I can tell you a little bit about what God's Not Dead 3 was about. But I'll be damned if I can remember a goddamn shred of God's Not Dead 2. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't point that movie out. I don't know. I don't remember what the movie was about. I don't remember who was in it. I don't remember what they did. I don't remember what they said. I don't remember how it all turned out in the end. I don't remember nothing about it. I don't remember a goddamn sliver of that fucking movie. Maybe I should watch a trailer. Maybe it'll all come flooding back. Hold on. Let's jog my memory of God's Not Dead 2. Starring Melissa Joan Hart. All right. Let's see if I can take a trip down memory lane.
In this day and age, people seem to forget that the most basic human right of all is the right to believe.
The right to believe. No right to disbelieve. There's only a right to believe. You have a right to obey. All right.
No prayers, no moments of silence, nothing.
Think of the other children out there who are subjected to their repressive belief system.
If we sit by and do nothing, the pressure that we're feeling today will mean persecution tomorrow. We're at war.
What makes nonviolence so radical is its unwavering commitment to a nonviolent approach.
Isn't that sort of like what Jesus meant when he said that we should love our enemies?
Yes, you have heard it said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute.
All right, I guess I remember it kind of. So yeah, if I remember correctly, this bitch, I mean, like, basically the villains are the heroes and the heroes are the villains. And, yeah, I mean, she's just preaching openly to a classroom right in this scene, so, yep. Not a good movie, not a good message. What do you expect? I still barely remember it, and what I do remember, I'm just like, whatever. I don't want it. Meant that Christianity's myths seem uninteresting in comparison to others. Yeah, well, you got to look at, like, the origins of Christianity and, like, the social climate it arose in. It's basically, like, people were dealing with, like, crippling poverty, and there was, like, really strong class divisions like there are today. And Christianity was kind of a way of alleviating some of the, you know, anger that was in the lower classes, because it's all about sort of accepting your lot in this life because you're going to have a better one. You know, things are going to be better in the other life for you, and all this stuff. So it's kind of like comes from that idea of, like, you know, let's placate you now rather than wanting for all this great stuff on earth. We're just going to promise you a lot of cool stuff when you die, so that you'll be placated in the here and now and just accept it, because it's actually, you know, God likes it when you suffer, you know, which I don't know why that's comforting, but maybe it is for some, because he you know, he wants better for you in the long run, but he's got to pass his little weird test first. So I don't know. Thanks, baby. Agua. Yeah, I mean, like, the crazy thing about the God's Not Dead movies is that none of them play out even remotely like any of this shit would ever really play out. So it's basically just like Christian fan fiction, you know, where it's like their little weird jerk-off fantasies. And then we win a Supreme Court case where Christianity's mandatory. Yes! Yes! fucking geyser of godly jism shoots out of their fucking holy wood, you know? It's all good. Isn't that what Jesus said? Yes, it is. Christ is Lord. All who do not believe will be purged in the coming fire. What? I did nothing wrong. Isn't the New Testament just fan fiction of the Old Testament? Yeah, I guess. Depends on how you look at it, I suppose. Christians are insane. Their beliefs certainly are. Pretty weird stuff. I don't think a lot of people take time to appreciate just how batshit insane Christian beliefs really are, because it's so common and shit that no one really sits and thinks about it too much. We just kind of take it for granted because it's just always around us. Yeah, dude. They totally do need that scene. Maybe they tested it. Maybe they shot two versions. Like, okay, in this version, Kevin Sorbo's professor character converts to Christianity and is saved. But then in the other version, he refuses, right, to his dying breath. And then the next scene is just him burning in hell, you know? Be great. Classic moment. Bible school is what made me an atheist. Yeah, I mean, like, really, you start hearing the fucking stories, and you're like, wait a minute. I'm supposed to literally believe this happened? I'm going to go ahead and say, nah, dog. Don't think so. Bible school is what made me an atheist. It is insane as primordial forces are. All right, I don't know what that means. The Old Testament is just fan fiction of the Canaanite religion. Maybe. Yeah, I've honestly heard a lot of people tell me that, you know, reading the Bible is what finally made them go like, nah. Nope. I'm thinking this is not true. Sorry if you mentioned it earlier in the stream, but what happened with the prequel guy? He seemed deranged. I did mention it earlier, and nothing's happened with him so far. Studying for my first communion made me an atheist. Cool. Are you guys planning on another Cinema versus Cynics where you get plastered and yell at Christian propaganda? I mean, it seems like a promising setup. It's pretty hard to get Paul to actually drink, though. Like, you got to really apply the peer pressure pretty hardcore. So, and after the last time, I don't think it's going to be easy to get him to do it again. So, I don't know. You guys might want to start up like a fund or something. The Get Paul to Do That fund. I drew the demon going into the pigs and running the pigs off the cliff, I think, in Catholic elementary in 5th grade. Yeah, dude, we are legion. Learning ancient history made me an atheist. Just countless stories of religions no one cares about anymore. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a shit ton of story. Like, I'm like, okay, so the stories in this book that sound like fairy tale nonsense are all true. But the other stories that people used to believe were all true that sound like fairy tale nonsense are now just myths. Okay. So, all right. Seems a little suspect, bro. A little bit suspect. A little sussy. I don't know about you, but I ain't buying it. Maybe I'll buy it tomorrow. A little bit more desperate. They teach mythology in most schools. That alone should clue people in. Why is this myth but not Sunday school? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind them teaching Christianity in school if they fucking labeled it mythology. Like, all right, now we're going to learn about Christian mythology. You know? It's like, this is all bullshit. Like, so, hey, if you want Christ's teachings in school, Christians, that's how you can get me to agree to it. Label it mythology. Tell people, hey, none of this is true. None of this actually happened. These are stories. If you're willing to do that, but of course you're not willing to do that, are you? I hate fighting with YouTube's naughty word restrictions in here. Yeah, it is kind of weird. I feel like there might be some way for me to, like, turn that off or something. I don't know. I'll look into it. Young strengthened my belief, and I've seen some stuff that I just can't deny. All right. Or so you're taking the opposite position is what's going on here. Okay. You've seen some stuff that you can't deny. I got you. Well, I mean, I can't deny it for you, so I guess we're at an impasse there, but I didn't see that stuff, so like, that's not evidence for me. So fucking I don't care. That's your thing. What does that mean to me, you know? Like, if I come to you and I'm like, dude, I saw fucking Bigfoot. Are you going to believe in Bigfoot because I saw it? And if you would, like, how far does that go? Like, if I fucking come to you and I say, hey, I've seen the truth. I was awoken from the Matrix and we all just exist within it, you know? Are you going to believe that because I saw some shit? Probably not. Because, you know, eyewitness testimony only will take you so far. You know, and when it defies the very rules of reality, how the fuck are you supposed to trust that? You know? Like, people tell me, like, you know, just stories about, like, you know, if there's like drama or something and there's like two sides and you hear two different fucking stories, you know, and you know that one or both sides is fucking lying to you and shit, or at the very least that they're just like so far apart in their perception that they're living in totally different fucking worlds. So you listen to that shit skeptically. But you're going to tell me like I saw an angel or some shit and I'm just going to be like, okay then, that's settled. So that's about it. That's why I don't take it seriously. What if I felt like I saw something, asks Chelsea. Well, I have felt like I've seen shit. You know? So I had sleep paralysis. And my sleep paralysis, I haven't experienced it in a long, long time. But with my sleep paralysis, I had hypnagogic hallucinations, I think they're called. And basically, you know, things like night visitors and things of that nature. you know, seeing figures walking around my bedroom and things, like inhuman sort of figures, weirdly shaped monster creature kind of things. Sort of looked like grays, like the aliens, but not quite. Kind of like a mixture of like a gray and a demon kind of thing going on. Wearing cloaks and walking around in my room and doing like I remember the specific one I remember the most is probably I woke up in my bed. It was a pretty new house we were just moved into. It was like kind of in the middle of the woods. The house was a little strange, kind of freaky. So I woke up. I wasn't even having sleep paralysis this night. I just kind of woke up and I had a very like real sense in my head of like there's someone in here, there's something in here. And so I look up at the foot of my bed and there's like just like this figure standing there. And it goes like, which is the same gesture as the aliens from Dark City, by the way. They wave their hand in front of you and say, sleep, and then you fall right asleep. And that's exactly what happened to me. It was like, sleep. Didn't say it, but it did the gesture, and I felt it communicated, and it was just like, okay then, and I went right back to sleep. And I woke up the next morning like, what the fuck? So then 2 weeks later, I'm laying in bed, and I fucking wake up again, and I have the same fucking feeling like, okay, something there. And I'd already made a plan, like, I'm going at this thing. So I just sprung right up, and I fucking went to go tackle it to the fucking ground. And, of course, you know, I passed right through it. There was, you know, it was nothing there. I looked up, I saw its head floating above me. But then its head vanished as well. So I could take that and be like, oh, I saw a demon. I saw an angel. I saw an alien. I saw whatever, the spirit of the forest, a ghost, an entity, a creature. But I don't do that because I know that it's way more likely an explanation that I have hypnagogic hallucinations, which are a documented fucking phenomenon. And by the way, hallucinations are not nearly as uncommon as people think they are. So the answer to what if I experience something, my experience doesn't mean shit as far as evidence goes. Use your rationality, use your reason. Don't use just experiential data. God damn it, TJ, I'm about to go to bed. Yeah, well, I hope the fucking alien ghost demon eats your fucking toes, bitch. And there you go. My friend tells me she sees plague doctors sometimes sitting on her when she is waking with that condition. Yeah. It's pretty crazy shit. But, you know, it's a documented thing. There's people who have it. And there's people who have it, by the way, who don't believe the medical explanations for it and do think that they're being visited by the spirit realm or some other bullshit. And yeah, it is almost every alien abduction story can be attributed to it. Probably all the vampire stories can be attributed to it. A lot of monsters could probably be attributed to those hallucinations. I had sleep paralysis and saw a white T-shirt on my floor that turned into a dancing ghost girl that came towards me and vanished when I shook myself out of it. Yeah, I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know experiences are just anecdotal, but it'd be interesting. but I'd be interested in what you think about the bizarre events in Carl Jung's life. All right, I don't know exactly what events you're talking about, but I'll look into it. Maybe you can send me a message on Twitter or something. Give me a link to what you're talking about so I can look it up. Because I'm more than happy to fucking examine whatever you have. But I can tell you right now, I doubt that I'll be convinced. Anyway, I've been going for quite a while. I think I'm starting to feel like I need to enter more of a, like, well, the fact that I can't even figure out what I'm trying to say is just evidence further that I need to do that. But I don't know. I need to wind down. That's what I'm trying to say. It's time for me to wind down. And I'll see you motherfuckers tomorrow because a new DFF will be coming out. I think it'll actually be one I shot a few weeks ago, but that's okay. Still be new to you. And who knows? I'm sure I'll be back doing another stream at some point this week. But you guys fucking have a good one. Oh, promises, Stardust. Promises.